Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a perfect landing. So, let's start by discussing a couple of the basics. The landing begins from 50 feet. Maintain the approach attitude down to the flare, concentrating on the touchdown markers. The touchdown markers are the ones that you see just in front of us on the runway up here, basically in the lit area, with the ideal touchdown point being the two large markers that we can see on the runway over there. The 50 feet GPWS call is the point where you should shift your visual sighting point to the end of the runway. Shifting the visual sighting points assists in controlling the pitch attitude during the flare. You must keep the aircraft descending through 40 and 30 feet. At 20 feet, initiate the flare by increasing back pressure to check the attitude by 2 or 3 degrees. This slows the rate of descent. Do not use sudden, violent or abrupt control movements during the landing. After the flare is initiated, smoothly retard the thrust levers towards idle. Ideally, main gear touchdown should occur simultaneously with the thrust levers reaching idle. A smooth thrust reduction to idle assists in controlling the natural nose-down pitch change associated with thrust reduction. Input sufficient back pressure on the control column to keep the pitch attitude constant. Avoid rapid control column movement during the flare. If the flare is too abrupt and thrust is excessive near touchdown, the airplane tends to float in ground effect. Do not extend the flare by increasing pitch attitude in an attempt to achieve a perfectly smooth touchdown. Thus, the landing technique is: at 50 feet, shift the visual sighting point to the end of the runway. At 40 feet, keep the airplane descending at constant airspeed and descent rate. At 30 feet, keep the airplane descending at constant airspeed and descent rate. At 20 feet, slow the rate of descent by initiating the flare. This is achieved by increasing the pitch attitude by approximately 2 to 3 degrees. At 20 feet, slowly close the thrust levers. The rate of closure will depend on the headwind or tailwind component. The lower the ground speed, the slower the rate of thrust lever closure. At 10 feet, hold the pitch attitude. To achieve this, you must make a pitch control input to maintain the attitude as thrust is reduced. You must have commenced the landing maneuver at 20 feet. The concept is: check the attitude, close the thrust levers, and then hold the attitude. Ensure that you do not pump the controls during the flare, as this can lead to a difficult landing. Do not trim during the flare or after touchdown, as it increases the possibility of a tail strike during touchdown. Once the main wheels are on the runway, select the reverse thrust and gently lower the nose. This will require a pitch input to achieve a smooth landing on the nose wheel. A go-around can be initiated at any time up to selecting reverse thrust. Once reverse thrust has been selected, you are committed to a landing. Alright, so refer to the Flight Crew Training Manual section 6.1 onwards for further guidance on landing techniques, particularly bounced landing recovery. Okay, that's the theory, so let's see how this is going to work in practical terms. I'm pausing the simulator, and here we go.
Plus 100.
Checked.
Minimums.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
So that's the speed brakes, up and thrust reverse, normal. 100 knots, 80 knots, 60 knots, here we are. Manual brakes, auto brake disarmed. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you found this one interesting. Probably not been exactly the content that you have actually been anticipating, but rest assured, Ryanair is doing the safest possible landings, as they are exactly following the Boeing recommended techniques. Actually, the entire introduction to this video was pretty much exactly what Boeing recommends the pilots to do. So, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to see you all again very soon. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below, or by becoming a channel member, which is going to give you exclusive access to new content before it releases to the public, and in first class membership, even the ability to request your own custom videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again very soon.